everybody, it's Jet888 here. It is 8:17. I'll have to discuss about the number 17 later, but so much of my phone history and my files are being deleted, so I am going to, every time I find something, I'm going to just go ahead and document it and post it. So I can only be blocked for so long, I guess. But okay, so I wanted to show you what I ran into, and this talks about peptide compounds for detecting or inhibiting SARS coronavirus and application thereof. Now, when I saved this, I was looking at this a couple days ago, actually. See, and I also know enough now to save everything, but this is basically the whole file. And some of the notes that I put with it. But and why I'm saving these now is because I notice all my information gets deleted on my computer. So if you have a Microsoft or a Windows computer, I'd be starting to back up stuff. But this is what I did save the link right there, but for some reason now the link doesn't go to this, so I've had to re-look it up again. And here it is. So what I found interesting about this is, so the peptide compounds for detecting or inhibiting SARS coronavirus, application thereof. And look who's taking out the application. Like, the applicant is Electronics and Telecommunications Research Institute. So why does an electronics company, Electronics and Telecommunications Research Institute, you should look them up, you guys, they've got some interesting things. Why are they looking into the coronavirus? 5G. Okay, hang on. Okay, so this states the Electronics and Telecommunications Research Institute is a Korean government-funded research institution. Republic of Korea. So this was the Justia patents, and I'll leave you guys the link, but they go into how the SARS was an epidemic, how it killed 700 people worldwide, went to Hong Kong, Singapore, Vietnam, Canada, and USA. So they talk about that, and then for the detection or diagnosis of SARS, ELISA using the blood is usually used to examine the presence of antigens or antibodies. So you switch that little word around, ELISA, and it equals lies, alies, or as lie. And they also talk about the PCR test, which I've seen enough studies that basically say the PCR is very unreliable. So anyhow, I'm not going to get super long-winded into this because I'll leave you all the link, but this says it's a further object of the present invention to provide an agent for detecting and inhibiting SARS coronavirus comprising the compound as an active ingredient. An active ingredient? A virus is dead though, so I don't know. A virus is not a living thing, so I don't know what they're doing here, but so I had this part highlighted for some reason. So in accordance with the further aspect thereof, the present invention provides a method for detecting SARS coronavirus comprising bringing the compound of chemical formula 1 into contact with a sample to be tested. Now, are people the samples? I don't know. This says, in accordance with still a further aspect thereof, the present invention provides a biosensor comprising the compound of chemical formula 1 as a capturer of the SARS coronavirus. So this says in step 4, The binding of the synthetic compounds of step 3 to SARS coronavirus proteins, there they give the numbers, commercially available from ProSci Incorporated, ProScience. Almost done. So in the binding step of, binding test of step 5, it's very important to find the remodeled compounds which show such selectivity that they react with target antigens but do not bind to the other proteins present in the body. In this example, hence, binding properties of the remodeled compounds were tested not only to target antigens but also to the human sera obtained, you get that from blood, human sera obtained from the medical school of Ulgi University, and to spiked solutions prepared by mixing the antigens of the human sera, and the results were compared to the binding properties of SARS coronavirus antibodies. Now this next part's a little interesting. So way low in this patent it says, although the preferred embodiments of the present invention have been disclosed for illustrative purposes, those skilled in the art will appreciate that various modifications, additions and substitutions are possible without departing from the scope and the spirit of the invention as disclosed in the accompanying claims. Additions and substitutions are possible. So you could put in that little COVID-19 thing they got going on. Anyhow, okay, I'm going to leave you this. I just found it kind of interesting that an Electronics and Telecommunications Research Institute would be interested in what would be considered more of a biological aspect of science. So this was May 26, 2010. And this talks about their latest, latest Electronics and Telecommunications Research Institute patents. Plasma device. Cloud computing, that's going to be significant. So here's the link. It's go to patents.justia.com/patent/20100304363. So having an ability to strongly bind to surface compounds of SARS coronavirus as described above, the peptide compounds in accordance with their present invention show excellent activity of detecting and inhibiting SARS coronavirus in addition to being provided at low cost thanks to the ease of their synthesis. This also, and I'm going to go because my neighbor's being loud, but further, the peptide compounds for detecting and inhibiting SARS coronavirus in accordance with the present invention can readily be applied to biosensors. Just letting you know. So although the preferred embodiments of the present invention have been disclosed for illustrative purposes, those skilled in the art, now the art, that's a key word, they use that word all the time, the cabal does. Those skilled in the art will appreciate the various modifications, additions, and substitutions are possible without departing from the scope and spirit of the invention as disclosed in the accompanying claims. So that's good. They're easily modified and added to and substituted. So that's good. The SARS coronavirus is, this little patent they have is proven to be very versatile.